Okay, Adilhan, now we are going to practice a few questions. All right. And also I think they will join soon. So Adilhan, do you have any idea about this LCM? Ibrahim, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, if possible, keep your camera on. If not, it's okay. But if you keep your camera on, I can see your face. So Adilhan, what does this LCM stand for?
Least common factor.
Okay.
Least common multiple.
How do you find the least common multiple of two numbers or three numbers or four numbers? Do you use this method? Let me just write here. Here first, we need to write these numbers next to each other, right?
Yes.
To find the least common multiple, just we need to find the common multiples. So first divide by 2, and actually it's not a common factor. Okay, it's 28 and 63. So we can divide by 2. Still, it's not a common factor. It's 14, 63, right? Now I can see the common factor. What is the common factor here? It is 7. If you divide by 7, so here we have 2, here we have 9. And 2, 9, they don't have any common factor. We should stop here, right? So the product of the numbers, the common factors here or common divisors gives us the least common multiple of these numbers, right? So here, least common multiple of these two numbers is equal to, what is it? Just 7, right? No. I got confused with highest common factor. Okay. Okay, this is the least common multiple, right? So, okay. So still we can divide by 2, right? Here we have 7, 63. Now we can divide by 3. It is 7, 21 by 3, 7, 7. And now it is 7. Here we have 1, 1.
But
So,
why we are dividing only one number? Like in first 56 and 53 divided by 2, we are dividing only 56.
now here, to find the least common multiple, first we have to find all the prime factors of these numbers, right? Because I'm just starting from the smallest prime number. First, I should divide by 2 as much as possible. When actually they don't have, 2 is not their factor anymore, we just stop. And what is the next prime number? It is 3. So now we start dividing by 3 until they actually do not have a factor of 3. Then after that, after 3, what is 5? So they don't have any common factor, right? Of 5, 5 is not their divisor. The next prime number is 7. From the smallest to the, how to say, is increasing order. We have to divide by prime numbers. Then here we get least common multiple of these two numbers, 56 and 63, right? Just a product of all of these numbers. But actually, if you know that, for example, bigger number, immediately here I can divide by 8. Also, it is fine. But after practicing a few questions, you can just divide by a bit bigger number. But when you just divide only by prime factors, you do not make any mistake. Okay, sometimes, for example, if you divide by 8, you may not actually see that also the second number may have a factor of 2. So here, what is the common factor? 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8 times 3 times 3, it is 9 times 7 here, right? So 8 times 7, it is 72 times 7. 7 times 2, 14. We have 1. 7 times 7, 49. With 1, it is 15. So the least common multiple of these two numbers is, what is it? 504. Let me just do one more question. This 2 and this 3, you'll do it yourself, okay? And how about if you have two numbers? How much if we have three numbers? Again, similar way, let me just do it here. By these numbers, 8, 56, 140. Ibrahim, are you there? Maybe he's
Yes,
tired
can you
again
hear
today.
me?
Yeah, are you tired again
Yeah.
today?
No.
Good. So Ibrahim, why don't you turn on your camera? You can just turn on your camera and you can sleep, no problem. At least we can see your face.
Okay.
Oh, you're like a sunshine, yeah, Ibrahim. You know that's. So it was like a nighttime. Now there's a sunlight. Good. You're shining. Always keep your camera on. You can sleep, Ibrahim, no problem. All right. Relax. Now you're tired, you can just close your eyes and
Okay.
take a nap. No problem. So how about question 2? Let's divide by 2. Immediately here we have 4, 28. All numbers are divisible by 2. And again by 2, here we have 2, 14, and 35. Again divide by 2, here we have 1, 7. The 35 is not divisible by 2. Just write 35. Now the next prime number is 3, but these numbers are not divisible by 3. And next prime number is 5, so 35 is divisible by 5. So here we have, what is it, 7, and here we have 7. And next prime number is 7, so here we have 1, 1. So now here list common multiple of these three numbers, 8, 56, and 140. That's equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 7. 2 times 2 times 2, it is 8. 8 times 5, it is 40. And 40 times 7, it is 280, right? They have a lot of common multiples. Among them, the smallest one is 280. All right. Continue. Ibrahim, any question? Okay. How about the
No.
highest common factor? Let's just also do one of them only. Let's do question I. Okay, to find the highest common factor in similar way, we should write these numbers next to each other, 32, 48, and 72. But we will just multiply the common factors, right, to find the highest common factor of these numbers. So first, if you divide by 2, as you see, all numbers are divisible by 2. Let me just put a kind of star here. Let's say size, actually asterisk, no problem. So here we have 16, here we have 24, and here we have 36. And still all numbers are even numbers, so still we can divide by 2. So here we have 8, and here we have 12, here we have 18. Still all numbers are even numbers, so still we can divide by 2. It is 4, and it is 6, and here we have 9. But now, as you see here, these numbers 4, 6, and 9, they do not have any common factor except for 1, right? So we should just stop. We can continue, but since we're only trying to find the highest common factor of these numbers, so we should stop here. So what is then the highest common factor of these numbers, 32 and 48 and 72? The product of this common factor, that is 2 times 2 times 2, that's equal to 8, right? Actually, what are those common factors? We know that the common factors of these numbers are, it is 1, it is 2, it is 4, and 8. They have only 4 common factors. Among them, 8 is the largest, right? The highest. So that is what we try to find here. All right. Okay. This is the evaluation of algebraic expression. In math, that's really important, right? In a lot of times, especially if you're calculating the area of a geometric figure or its volume or surface area, a lot of things. We need to be able to evaluate the algebraic expression. Here it says that if x is given by this equation, right? Find the value of x when y equals 3, x equals -2, k equals -1, and g equals 4, right? To do this one, as see here on the right hand side, we do not have any x. So that's the good news. So we don't have to do any algebraic manipulation. Just we need to substitute the numbers first, and after that simplify. So 1 over 2 times k. And what is k here? K equals -1. So here we have -1 over h. What is h? -2. So here we have -2 squared plus, and here we have G. What is G? G equals 4 over 5 times y squared. What is y? It is 3 squared. So the first step, we have to substitute the values, right? Next step, we will simplify. So negative half times negative 1, that is negative half over negative 2 squared, that is 4 plus, and here we have 4 over 5 times 9, it is 45, right? Continue. Here we have negative 1 over 2. If you just add these two fractions, what we have here? Common denominator is 45. 4 times 45, it is 180. 180 plus 4, it is 184, right? So now we have something like this, A over B over C over D, right? What does it mean? It means that A over B is divided by C over D. And we know that to divide a fraction by another fraction, first we have to change the division into multiplication. That means that we have to just flip, right? And change the fractions upside down. So that means that here we have A over B times D over C, which is equal to AD over BC. So like this, actually, that's equal to negative 1 over 2 times this one just right upside down. That is 45 over 184, which is equal to minus 45 over 2 times 4, it is 8. 2 times 8, 16. We have 1. 2 times 1, with 1, it is 3. Adilhan, what do you think? Did we make any mistake here?
No.
A negative 1, H negative 2, it is 4, G, it is 4, and 5 times Y, it is 3 squared, and that is the answer. Good. All right, Adilhan, can you read question B?
A ribbon is 14 meters long. 14 pieces each of length 25 centimeters are cut from it. The remaining piece is cut into equal length of 40 centimeters. How many pieces of length 40 centimeters are there? What is the length of the piece that is left?
Okay, did you understand the question?
Yes,
What is the first step we should do here, Adilhan?
we need to multiply 25 by 14.
But first, Adilhan, we need to convert this meter. What happened?
To centimeters.
Centimeter, right? Okay.
Multiply by 100.
All right. So we have to change this meter into centimeter first. Okay, here 14 meters is equal to, we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So that's equal to 1400 centimeters. So we are talking about a piece of ribbon. Let's say there's something like this, right? Let's say from A to B, right? And it says that here 14 pieces, each of length 25 centimeters, are cut from this. And what is 14 times 25? Immediately, 14 times 25 is, what is it? That's equal to 350. So from here until here, right? That is C. The length is how many actually small pieces? 14. And 14, each one is 25 centimeters. We just cut off from here. Now the remaining, and this one is the remaining, right? And remaining is, it is 1400 minus, what is 14 times 25? It is 50, it is 350. So that is 350. That's equal to 1050. But still, here we have a piece of ribbon which is 1050 centimeters long. Now in the second part, it says that the remaining piece is cut into equal length of 40 centimeters, right? So that means that here remaining this one, so also 14. So how many 14 do we have here to find this one?
But
Yes.
how did you get 350?
So actually the total length of this ribbon is 1,400, right? So here
Yes.
we have already cut out 14 pieces, each
I
of length
understand.
is 25, right? So here 14 times 25, that's equal to 350. Okay. So now 1,400 minus, so now how many pieces did we cut from here? So just we need to divide this 1,050 by, what is it? 40, right? So that means that this zero, they cancel each other. So 105. In 105, how many 4 do we have? We know that it is 21, right? So actually this 1050, I can write it as 210, right? 210. No, 26. Okay, wait. So here we have 260, 40, right? So I can just write 260, 260, sorry, 26 times, it is 40, plus, what is 26 times 40? That's equal to 1040. So here we have 10, right? So how many pieces of length 40 centimeter are there? So actually we have 26, right? So that first part is, okay, we have 26 pieces. Each equals 40 centimeters. That is the answer to the first part of the question. And the question is, what is the length of the piece that is left? So this piece is left, right? So the second part is, that is 10 centimeters left over, because that is less than 40. So if you just cut out 26 pieces, each one is 40 centimeters long, and left over will be just, I mean, the remaining part will be 10 centimeters. Okay. Celine, welcome. How are you? Okay. Good. Ibrahim, Sunshine, where did he go? You disappeared again. Celine, actually, we are solving test 2 questions. Okay, I have already checked, and after we finish, I will give you some feedback about your work. Okay.
Did you check all the tests?
Sorry, say again.
Did you check my test?
Celine, I
Did you
sent you
check?
back your test. You didn't check your WhatsApp?
No. I'll check now.
Celine, you see, I have already shared with you the solutions. Or not yet? Really?
No, you didn't. I don't have it.
Strange. Why not? Oh, Celine, I don't know why. Maybe I forgot. This is your work, Celine. You can also have a look and also follow us. Okay, Celine.
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys, let's continue. Question 3. Ibrahim, can you read question 3?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well, but I cannot
The
see your
number
face.
of
Are you hiding behind the moon?
I joined my another tablet, but this tablet is like turned off because this battery is low, and but this tablet is not working camera. I don't
Okay,
know why.
okay. Good, Ibrahim. If you can hear me, it's
Uh-huh.
good. If you can watch us, all right. Ibrahim, can you read question 3?
Yes, I can. The numbers -2, -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are written on
Written, right?
8.
Written.
Yes, written,
Written.
written on 8 separate cards with one number on each card. A. List the pairs of cards that have a sum of 4. List the B. List the pairs of cards that have a product of 2.
Okay, Ibrahim, let's stop and do this. As you see here, we are given these 8 numbers here, and we have just written these numbers on 8 cards. Let me just show a few of them. Let's say the first one, the second one, and third one, dot, dot, and here we have 8 cards. On the first card, we wrote -2, the second one, -1, and the third one is 1, blah, 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 and the last one is 6, right? The first question, it says that list the pairs of cards that have a sum of 4, okay? Now, if I start, for example, with -2, okay, with -2, is there any number so that when you just add the sum is 4? So we don't have any number, right? -2 plus what number is 4? It is 6. Oh, here we have 6. So the first pair is, it is -2 and 6. How about with -1? With -1 and 5. As you see here, the sum of these two numbers, -1 and 5, is equal to 4. How about 1? With 1, actually, we can just write 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. How about with 2? We don't have, right? Because 2 plus 2 equals 4, but we have only one card, right? Actually, that has number 2. We don't have the second card, which where 2 is written on it. So we have only 3 pairs of numbers. It means, we can list only 6 cards in this way, so that the sum of 2 numbers, right, is equal to 4. And how about in question B? It says list the pairs of cards that have a product of 2. Again, if I start with -2, for example, -2 times what number is 2? It is -1. So here we have -1. So it is good. So how about next number, -1? -1 times -2 equals 2. We have already written this card, right? And how about with 1? I can write 1 and 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. And how about with other numbers? 2, 1 already written here. So we don't have other choices. We have only 2 possibilities here. And how about C? List the groups of 3 cards that have a sum of 10. So here we start with -2, right? -2, -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are talking about these numbers: -2, -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also here we have 6. So now we are talking about 3 numbers. That is a bit more challenging, a bit harder question, so that the sum is equal to 10. For example, with 2, okay, let me just start with 2. Okay, -2. -2 plus what number is 10? We know that -2 plus 10 is equal to, 12 is equal to 10. But actually, do we have 2 numbers whose sum is 12? We don't have, right? The biggest number is 6. So the second biggest number is 5. Their sum is 11. So this actually, -2 cannot be here. So we have nothing to do with this -2. And how about if I write -1? So with -1, -1 plus 11 is equal to 10. Now here, do we have any 2 numbers whose sum is 11? Yes, it is 5 and 6, right? It is 5 and 6. Do we have any other number whose sum is 11? No, because all other numbers are smaller. So with 1, only this 5 and 6 go together. And the second, okay, we are done with -1. How about with 1? 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. So do we have 2 numbers whose sum is 9? So with 6, it is 3. Okay, there's 1, 3, 6. All right. With 1, How about if I just pick 5? So 4 plus 5 is 9. So here we have 1, 4, 5. As you see here, 1 plus 3 plus 6 is equal to 10. 1 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 10. And any other numbers, I think we don't have, right? 6 with 3, 5 with 4, and 4 with none of these numbers. And how about next number? It is 2. How about with 2? So we know that 2 plus 8 is equal to 10. So do we have two different numbers whose sum is 8? So we already we are using 2 here. And 3 plus 4, no. 3 plus 5, 8, right? So I can write here this 2, 3, and 5. And how about 4, 5? Doesn't work. 4, 6, it doesn't work. Only 3 and 5, right? Okay, also we are done with 2. How about with 3? With 3, the next number should be 7. But do we have any two numbers here whose sum is 7? None of these numbers, right? That means that we have nothing to do with 3. How about the 4? Actually, the other numbers do not work because there are already 3 left and their sum is more than 10. So how many choices we have here? We have only 4. That is the first one, that is the second one, and that is the third one, and that is the last one. We have 4. Actually, we can just list the groups of streetcars only in 4 different ways. Celine, any question?
No.
Let me see. Somebody's asking a question here. Mr. Carson, can you please, for 1 minute, scroll up? I want to see the answer to first and second answer. Okay. Celine, first and second answer, we just only did not all. Question 1, we did 1 and 2, 504 and 208, because I'm just explaining here. I can share the answers with you, Celine. Okay, you can have a look. After that, we can.
One.
Yes, Celine, what do you say?
Can you show the second one, the second question, please?
Okay, okay. And also, I'm going to share answers with you. Actually, not all the answers, only some, but I have to finish these answers. Okay, good. Yes, Celine, say again.
Thank you.
Question 2.
Yes, I just saw the answers you sent me. That's why. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's continue. Okay, that's it about this question. Adilhan, can you read question 4 a bit louder?
Question 4. On a certain morning, the temperature in London was minus 14 degrees. The temperature in Hong Kong was 8 degrees, and the temperature in Singapore was 24 degrees. Find the difference in the temperature between London and Singapore.
Okay. First, let's answer this question, Adilhan, after you read question B. So we are talking about in a certain morning, maybe, for example, let's say I'm living in Singapore and Adilhan is living in London, and maybe Celine is living in Hong Kong, and we are friends with each other, and we just ask the temperature, okay? And Adilhan says in London right now it is negative 14. In Hong Kong, Celine says it is 8 degrees Celsius. And I say that in Singapore now it is 24 Celsius, degrees Celsius, because Singapore, the minimum temperature is always 23, 24. It's never below this temperature. Anyways, good. So now let me just write here London and Singapore and Hong Kong, right? So in London, the temperature is minus 14. In Hong Kong, it is 8. And Singapore, it is 24. Okay. Degrees Celsius, degrees Celsius, degrees Celsius. What is the question here? Find the difference in temperature between London and Singapore, right? So that means it is Singapore minus London. In Singapore, the temperature is 24. In London, it is minus 14. So what is the difference? It is 38 degrees Celsius. That much difference, because minus 14, 24 is a lot. And in question B, the temperature in Shanghai was midway between the temperature of London and Hong Kong. Okay, so find the temperature of Shanghai on that morning. So here, midway means we are talking about two temperatures, maybe not horizontal. I think I should draw vertical line. Usually our temperature is measured in a vertical line, right? So here we are talking about temperature here and here, right? Here the temperature in London, and here the temperature in Hong Kong. And what is the temperature in Hong Kong? It is 8. So that is 8 Celsius degrees. I mean degrees Celsius. And how about in London? It is negative 14. So in London, it is negative 14 degrees Celsius. In the question, it says that the temperature in Shanghai was midway between the temperature of London and Hong Kong. That is exactly here, right here. That is the temperature in Shanghai. Okay, Shanghai. So how do you find this? We know that if you're given 2 points, even in vertical or horizontal, doesn't matter. How do you find the midpoint? Let's say this point is A, this point is B. How do you find this midpoint? Here we have C. These segments are equal, line segments are equal. So C is equal to A plus B over 2, right? For example, here we have 5, and here we have, let's say, 9. And what number do we have right in the middle of these two numbers? 5 plus 9 is 14 divided by 2. So here we have 7. That means the 7 is 2 units away from 5. At the same time, it is 2 units away from 9. Okay, that's how we find this. So then the temperature in Shanghai, let's say it is capital T. So the capital T is equal to negative 14 plus 8 over 2. Negative 14 plus 8, it is negative 6, and divided by 2, it is negative 3 degrees Celsius. So that means that on that morning, the temperature in Shanghai is negative 3 degrees Celsius. Selin Ibrahim Adilhan, is it clear? Did you understand?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Ibrahim, how about you?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
All right. Selin, if you have any question anytime, stop and you can ask so that I can give more explanation. And Selin, actually your test was good. You did pretty well. Ibrahim, why didn't you do test? Oh, you told me some excuses, right? You were busy and you were tired, right? Okay, Ibrahim, I will send you another test, okay, today, and you have to do it and submit
I don't know them.
before Monday. Say again?
I do all of them. I do all of them.
All right. So question 5. Here, guys, estimate the value of this. Selling this kind of estimation, okay, first you divide and estimate. No, you should not do like this. Actually, you are supposed to solve these questions without using a calculator. How do we estimate this? Question I, here we have 64.11, right? Over, here we have 1.62. So we have to estimate in such a way that I can divide these numbers, I mean this 64 something by 1.62 easily. So I can estimate like this. Here 64.11 is very close to 64. And 1.62, that's close to 1.6. Okay, if you estimate with 2, it will be, actually your error will be very big. Now we know that if you just ignore this decimal point, we can divide 64 by 16 easily, right? And what is 64 is divided by 16? It is 4. But because of this decimal point, here the answer is 40. So 64.11 over 1.62 is approximately equal to 14. That is very good estimation. And how about question 2? 56 point, let me just write here, 56.96713 minus 34.23067, right? So we have to estimate this. This number, right, is very close to, what is it, 96743. It's very close to 57. I can estimate this with 57 minus, how about this number, 34.23? Actually, it's just close to 34. Because comparing 34 and 34.2, there's not a much difference, right? 0.2 is even, what is it, not 1%. I mean, it's about just 1% of this number. So that is equal to, what is it, 23. So if you subtract this, you will get a number that is very close to 23. That is how we estimate. And guys, question B, Celine, may I ask you, how did you calculate these numbers? I mean, these problems. Did you
This
use a
one's
scientific calculator?
scientific.
Say
What do
again?
you mean by? Did I do this? No. Like first, for the first question, it's easy. 4 by 25. And then minus 4 by 4, it is 16, and by 3.14. For the second one, I don't remember what I did.
Okay. Yeah, actually, Salim, Ibrahim, and Adil Han, here, if you have a scientific calculator, our purpose is, can you key these numbers into the calculator correctly? You should just write the whole mathematical expression and just press equal key, okay, and get the answer, not one by one. That is what I'm testing here, okay, so that you can do also use calculator fast, not one by one. Let's see here, maybe if you can see, I'm holding a scientific calculator, something like this, okay? You have to key in everything together and just press and get the answer. Okay, and the question, it says that giving your answer, each answer correct is 3 decimal places. For example, the first one is 4, open bracket, and here we have 25 minus, here we have 4 times pi. So 4 times pi, and close it. Now I wrote everything in the calculator. Okay, maybe you cannot see this, and press equal. I get 49 point, my answer here is 49.73451, blah, blah, blah. But in the question, it says that correct is 3 decimal places. After the decimal point, we should just keep 3 digits, and we have to round off. Right, the next digit is greater than 4, so as you know, we should just delete the rest and add 1 to the last digit, so it will be 735. That is, this actually, this what is it, calculation, if you just calculate this problem, actually we will get exactly 49.735, correct as 3 decimal places. Okay, in a similar way you should do 2 and 3, but now I cannot see how you're writing this. I wish I could see how you are keying these numbers or mathematical expressions into the calculator. Okay, not a big deal. Now guys, let's continue, we are running out of time. Another question, Celine, you read this problem and let's solve this together. And if you can, write, Celine, you can explain this to us. Celine, are you reading?
Yes. So 4 out of 9 of the passengers in an Emirates train are men. 2 of 5 of them are women, and the rest are children. If there are 72 women, find the total number of the passengers in the train.
Okay. First, let's answer this question. It says 4/9 of the passengers in an MRT train are men. Okay. And 2/5 of them are women. And the rest are children. Okay. If there are 72 women. Find the total number of passengers in the train. So what is the total number of passengers in the train? I don't know. So let's say the total number of passengers in the train is n, right? And so how many women we have on the train? It says 2/5 of them. That means that 2/5 of this n people, right? That actually those people are women. Now from here we need to solve this equation. What does it mean? It means 2/5 times n, that's equal to 72. Now we know that reciprocal in math, reciprocal, what is the reciprocal of a over b? It is b over a, because a over b times b over a, that's equal to 1. Reciprocal means multiplicative inverse of a number. That means if you multiply two numbers, if this the product equals 1, that means that they are reciprocals of each other. So here I should multiply both sides by 2/5, right? So n will be equal to 5/2 times 72, which is equal to 72/2, 36. 5 times 36, it is 180. That means that in the train there are 180 passengers. Okay, so how many more men than children are in the train? So how many of them are men? It is 4/9 of the passengers are men, right? So that means that 4/9 of the passengers. How many passengers we have? It is 180, right? Minus, and how many children do we have? The rest of the children. Actually, first, let me just calculate how many men do we have here. So that's equal to 180 is divided by 9. It is 20. 4 times 20 is equal to 80, right? So now altogether we have 180 passengers, and here we have men, and here we have women, and here we have children. How many men? We have 80, and women is 72, right? So now I can calculate 180 minus 80, it is 100. 100 minus 72, it is 28. That means that there are 28 children on the train. So if you just find the difference between men and the children, how many men? It is 80 minus how many children? 28. So that's equal to 52. So how many more men than children are there in the train? There are 50 more men than children in the train. Okay, dot, here the answer is dot, dot, dot. The answer is 52. Ibrahim? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Good. Is everything
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Ibrahim, do you know how to do push-up? Can you do push-up?
Can you hear me?
Ibrahim, of course I can hear you. It's like when I talk to you, Ibrahim, I feel just like I'm living in 19th century, right? It's like the first time when we have internet
Mr.
or
Osama, can you
telephone.
hear me?
When I was living here in like maybe 15 years ago, when I called my family from here, at the time I was just calling by telephone. You just say, "Hi, mother, how are you?" You know, I have to wait for a few seconds, like 10 or 15 seconds, and says, "Oh, my son, everything is okay. How are you?" It's like, I don't know, Ibrahim, I'm talking to you like that. I ask you, after 10 minutes, I receive the answer. Okay, Ibrahim, no problem. What can we do? That is what we have. Okay, guys, let me just do question 7, and I will finish the class for today. Okay, we will continue next time. And before we finish, Adilhan, Ibrahim, Selin, next Saturday you will have again big test, but before this you have to practice another test. Okay, after this class I will send you one test. It's like revision test. Okay, you have to practice, solve it, but you have to submit assignment. Okay, do it. If you submit, it's good. If you don't submit, it's up to you. But this test, until Monday, you have to do it and submit. Okay, and Adilhan, Ibrahim, Salin, please listen carefully. Selin, actually, if you can write with a pen on the paper, it's good, okay? Because you need to show all your work. Just do not write only answers, okay? I want to see all your work. How to do that? For example, as you see here, test 2, what page is it? It is page 8. In page 8, we have only 2 questions, right? Can you solve this on A4 size paper? At the top, write your name, and after the question 7, solve it. Question 8, solve it. Okay, each question, if possible, on separate paper using camera scanner, then scan it and send it to me in a PDF file. Okay, just the file name should be test 3 Selin, test 3 Ibrahim, test 3 Adilhan. Okay, by Monday, send it. If you don't send it, I don't know, you'll get 0. Actually, I'll just record it that you didn't submit. Okay, because I want to see your progress. All right, question 7. Write down the difference between 3y minutes and 25y seconds, giving your answer in seconds. So the difference, right? First, we have to change minutes into seconds. We know that 1 minute equals 60 seconds. And how about 3y minutes? 3y minutes equals 3y times 60 seconds, which is equal to 180 y seconds. Now, what is the difference between this? So here the difference is 180y minus 20y, 25y seconds, which is equal to 180 minus 25, that's equal to 155y seconds. So that is the difference between these, 2 times. Okay, B, the last question. Cane sugar is sold at 2.88. I don't know in Azerbaijan if you have ever seen cane sugar, but here, everywhere, if you go out now these days, we don't have cold here. The winter always hot. So everywhere people sell sugar cane sugar or sugar cane. And I just make it sugar, cane juice. Okay, they just squeeze it with a kind of machine. I can just drink this. 1 cup is about $0.50. It's really good and healthy. Anyway, cane sugar is sold at 2.88 for a 900-gram pack, or at 1.65 for a 500-gram pack. Which is more expensive and by how much? To compare this one, here we are saying that the first one is, let's say, brand A. What is it? It is 900 grams. How much is it? It is 2.88, right? So from here we can compare this. All right, how about 1 gram? Or I can just write 10 grams or 100 grams. Let's just compare 10 grams. Like if you divide by 9, so here we have 100 grams, right? If you divide by 9, here we have 2.88 is divided by 9. So 288, what is it? Can we divide this? 288 is divided by 9. That's equal to 32. So that is equal to 0.32. Okay. So now if I multiply by 10, then 10 times 100 grams, that is 1 kg, right? That is 1,000 grams. That's equal to 1 kg is how much? Also multiplied by 10. That is $3.2. Okay. And how about B? Because we are talking about something, we should compare by kg, right? So how about the second one? We know that 500 grams is how much? 1.65. Now, if you multiply both sides by 2, here we have 1,000 grams, 1,000 grams, which is equal to 1 kg. Multiplied by 2, it is 3.3, right? 30. So this one is 3.20. The second one, 1 kg, is 3.10. So which one is more expensive? Which is more expensive? This pack, right? It is more expensive. By how much? By 10 cents per kg. Okay, the second pack is more expensive by 10 cents per kg. Okay, so we should just write here the second pack is more expensive by 10 cents per kg or per kilo or per kilogram, however you just want to write this. Okay, Adilhan, Ibrahim, Selin, any question?
No.
Selin, do you have any question?
No.
No. Okay. Then I will finish the class. Selin, Ibrahim, Adilhan one more time. Now I will send you test 3 until Monday. Try to do this test, okay? And do it nicely and submit before Monday. Adilhan, Ibrahim, Selin, now somehow you know how to do this, Selin, but you need to show all your work, okay? Adilhan, Ibrahim, if you can, like me, I'm just writing on PDF. I can save it and I'm going to share this with you. If you cannot do like this, you have to do on A4 size paper, okay? If on the first page, if there are 2 questions, do only 2 questions on 1 page, not more than this. So it will, in this way, it will be easy for me to grade your work, okay? So if you have any question, anytime you may ask, okay? That much is enough for today. Guys, thank you very much. See you on, next Monday. Okay. Selin, actually the rest of the questions, we will continue later. All right. If you have any question, anytime, you can just write to me and you can contact me maybe for 10 or 15 minutes. We can have a meeting and I'll try to answer your questions. For this, just feel free. Okay. Usually evening times, I have more free time. All right. Okay then, Adilhan, Salim, thank you very much. See you next Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.